It is very early in the morning. Far too early, but I've got a busy day, so because I'm going back to where it all started. It is just after 6:30 in the morning and I am on my way to London, principally to go and see Scru, who was best man at my wedding, for those of you who don't know, and whose music features heavily in Live from the Works. But while I'm down in London, I thought I'd do a couple of other things as well, and principally one of those things is I want to go back to Trent Park, which is my old university campus, where Mud Radio happened and where Tea Time with Matt began. So I thought I'd take a little trip down memory lane, or Snake's Lane, more accurately. That joke will make sense in a minute. It is currently -1, I'm very cold, but I'm having a brisk walk down to the station, so hopefully that'll fix it. Should be a good day though, lots to fit in. When I'm done at Trent Park, I want to head down into central London and visit the London Transport Museum, waste a couple of hours there, and I'm meeting up with Scru, and yeah, we'll see what happens after that. But it should be a good day. I'm looking forward to it. It's taken me just under 2 hours and I'm here. I'm walking down Snake's Lane, the long road down to Trent Park and to the Mansion House. And it really is, it's so beautiful here. I'd forgotten. It's because just over there you've got the station and the little Tesco, and then just literally 2 minutes away you've got all this. It's gorgeous. That Tesco, incidentally, is the home, or the original home, of Honest Jeff. The joke being from Tea Time with Matt that Honest Jeff was from round the back of Tesco, but he's grown since then. He's now established Honest Jeff Industries. Lots of not at all shady dealings. Yeah, he's done well for himself, Honest Jeff. I'm very proud that his humble beginnings were here, or more specifically up there, down the back of the Tesco. It is very weird doing this walk again. I think I came here about 5 or 6 years ago with Victoria. This was not long after we first started dating. We were in London for Comic-Con, and I said, hey, do you want to go see my old university campus? And she said, yeah, all right. So we came down here and we looked. The university is gone. It's been gone since 2011. It was bought up by a development company, and they've built a sort of gated community here, which apparently is still under construction. They're doing it in phases. Some of it is already there. A lot of it's still to be done. But a lot of the old university buildings, well, all of the old university buildings are gone, only the mansion remains. I was at a university at Trent Park, or Middlesex University as it was known then, from 2008 to 2011, studying television production. And the main thing I learned in those 3 years from my course was I didn't want to work in television. But I wouldn't say it was a waste of time at all, because I got involved in mud radio, started Tea Time with Matt, made some really great friends, including Scru Love. Yeah, I treasure those days, I really do. It's a lot of good came out of them. So, even though I didn't end up working in telly. Now, back in the day, there used to be a shuttle bus that would go from the tube station back that way to the campus. It ran sort of every 15 minutes to 20 minutes. But it wasn't terribly reliable. So we did end up doing this walk quite a lot. Which, yeah, it's... When you've been out in London of an evening and you don't want to pay the extortionate taxi fare, this walk feels like an extremely long one. It's about a mile from the station to the mansion house and to where my halls of residence were, Gubbay Hall. I was there in Gubbay Hall for 3 years. The eagle-eyed viewers amongst you will know that that's where the pilot for The Adventures of Derek and Matt was filmed. The Eviction Hour. I think that's the only kind of decent HD footage I've got of my room. Because I was in 4 different rooms over the course of 3 years. I started up on the top floor, moved down to the ground floor, then my window got smashed, so I got moved to a room on the second floor for a bit, and then back to that room, and then stayed on the ground floor but moved over to the other side of the building in year 3. Yeah, a lot of moving around. Trent Park was very much Middlesex University's kind of performing arts campus. Television production was there, the drama department was there, philosophy was there. The art students all studied just up the road. The photography students were there. There was a campus, I forget the name of it, but it was up in Cockfosters, about a mile that way. But they all mainly lived here at Trent Park if they were in halls. So, yeah, it was a bustling campus in its time. And we're here. We've reached the old campus. It's going to be really interesting to see what's left and what's disappeared. It looks basically the same coming around this corner. It's very odd. Mansion house just down there. And this is very weird. I'm looking down the street here. They've built flats on what was Gubbay Hall, and it's a building of pretty much the same design. It is very weird. That just there is the mansion house, which is all undercover at the moment. They're doing some restoration work on it. Yeah, it was falling apart when I was here, so it's probably degraded quite a lot in the last 10 years or so. So yeah, I'm glad it's getting some attention because it is a beautiful building. Absolutely stunning, in fact. I remember in my final year, the university brought an end to all of the philosophy courses here. And without really meaning to, my friends and I accidentally got involved in occupying the mansion house. We didn't mean to do it. We just went along to see, because they'd occupied a meeting room in the house. and we went along just to chat to them and see what the protest was about, and and learn about the fact they were ending these courses, and to talk to the philosophy students. And then we're all in there chatting away, and then someone just shuts the door and goes, "Right, guys, here's the plan." And then they just stormed the building and kicked security out. My friends and I were just like, we're not part of this, we just want to leave. It was a very surreal moment, it really was. Yeah, it was part of the occupation. We went and sat on the roof, which we shouldn't really have done. I wouldn't do it now, I'm very sensible these days, but yeah, great view from up there, really good. This lawn in the springtime will be absolutely covered in daffodils, just a sea of daffodils. And it is the most beautiful thing. You can see they're starting to come through already, just in the frost. But yeah, this will absolutely be a sea of yellow flowers in a few weeks' time. You can see some of the new houses they built there. They're quite nice. Yeah, they're not out of place. They kind of look in keeping with the mansion house, to be fair. It's not too bad. And that there was Gubbay Hall. It's been knocked down and they built these flats, but the building is pretty much exactly the same shape. It's bizarre, it really is. My room was just down in that corner there, where the sign is roughly. That was one of my rooms, and then up on the 3rd floor up there, and then I moved over to that side of the building in my 3rd year. This is bonkers. I can't believe it. It's changed so much, but in many ways it's exactly the same. Like this bit, the lawn and the mansion and the road that sort of circles the lawn is unchanged, but all of that bit, that's all different. So weird. A little bit of trivia for you. They actually shot an episode of Doctor Who here. Mordrin Undead, the Peter Davison story, was filmed here, and it was the setting of a boys' school where Turlough was a student, and the Brigadier is here in some capacity, I think as a schoolmaster. And I think Turlough crashes his car. That's filmed just up there. And there's a scene over here where you see Tegan running up the road and chatting to some of the schoolboys. Yeah, and then up through the trees there and up the hill is the obelisk. That I believe that features in the episode as well. It's just this big pillar column thing. I can't remember what it commemorates. Now, where these flats now stand used to be the student union bar, and that balcony just in that corner there was roughly where the Mud Radio studio would have been. I'm home. This is where Tea Time with Matt was born. It's kind of sad that the old building's gone. I mean, it was old and tired and very, very brutalist, but still, it was ours. You know, we made a lot of good memories there, so it's kind of sad to see that it's all gone. But I hope whoever lives here will make happy memories of their own, because I've got many. These people don't know what happened here. If only they knew. It feels weird. I've said that already, but it feels very odd being back here and seeing how different it is, but also how little has changed. I mean, yes, there's new buildings and houses, but what we've got here is still not far off from what was here. It's surreal, it really is. But it's nice to be back. This is this is where it all began. This is where my YouTube career started. It's where Tea Time with Matt got started. It's where Derek and Matt got started. Surreal. Really surreal. Gubbay Hall's had an upgrade. It's weird that they went with the same building design. I mean, in many ways it makes sense to keep the same basic shape, but Oh no, that's messing with my head. I don't like that. That's oh man. Wow. Nice to see you again, Trent Park. Thank you for making me the man I am today. This place was a big part of that. A lot of good memories. A lot of good memories. It's strange because that whole side is, you know, has obviously been completely reshaped, but I can still pick out where certain things happened. Like just up there was a little road that sort of ran along the side of Gubbay Hall, and you go up there and there was all the old houses from the estate. They're still there, of course. And then over there, behind the student union, was a favourite haunt, and then beyond that there was a wall and a patch of grass, and we used to have barbecues there. We used to come and sit out here on the daffodil lawn and just relax. Over there, the stables just through the trees there, they're being remodelled, but that was where the old TV production suites were, so the edit suites were there, and the studio. Yeah, it's weird. I've said that before several times now, but it is very surreal. It's still a beautiful place. It's as stunning as I remember it, even with all the changes. It really is beautiful. I mean, if it had to become this little gated community, then, you know, I'm glad they've done it sympathetically, at least, because it has been done sympathetically. Actually, I'm surprised at how much remains. I thought it would just be completely different and all ripped up, but no, they've taken care. It's at least of this bit, where like the lawn with the daffodils and the mansion house is exactly as it always was, and I'm pleased about that. I reckon there's ghosts here. You know, it feels like that kind of place. I'm not a great believer in ghosts, but if there are any, there will be here. So I feel like places like this, they sort of retain the memories of the people who are here, and there've been so many people who have walked around these grounds over the years. Churchill used to come here, was a favourite haunt of his, and then of course it was a school for a long time, as a university with Middlesex, and before that it was some manner of educational establishment as well. I don't remember what, but that was down to Hannah Gubbay, who was the last living owner of the property. When she died, she put a stipulation in her will that the estate would always remain for the use of education, which it did until 2011. And then they spat on her grave and turned it into this. Sad, really, but that's progress for you, I suppose. Right, slightly surreal trip down memory lane done. I'm going to head back into London now and go see the Transport Museum. Look at some old trains. Should be good. Exciting. Oof. It's warming up a bit now. It's a lovely crisp morning. It's really beautiful. I've been really lucky with the weather, actually. It was. I'm glad I came today because it looks just as beautiful as it always did. And I'm glad I saw it like this. So I've had a nice morning at the Transport Museum. Very interesting. Some cool exhibits. I recommend a visit. You get an annual pass when you pay. It's about £21, and yeah, you get to go as many times as you like for 12 months. I may go back. It was very interesting. I enjoyed myself. Lots of old trains. I recommend it. Anyway, through no fault of his own, unfortunately, I'm not meeting Scru today. He's had to ditch me, but never mind. It's all good. Instead, I've nipped across London and I'm going to go see my nan. Surprise her. So that'd be nice. Well, I've just left my nan's. We had a good old natter, put the world to rights. I think she was really surprised and really pleased to see me, so that's nice. Yeah, good use of the day. Yeah, it's been a good one. I've enjoyed myself immensely. Got to get the train home now. And through the magic of editing, home! I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been a bit different to the usual stuff. It was a good day though. I enjoyed it. Nice bit of nostalgia. A little bit of catch up with my nan. It was good. Really good. Sad I didn't get to see Scru, but another time. Never mind. But anyway, thanks for joining me, guys. I'll see you again very soon. Bye!
Love it when you say goodnight in the morning. Love it when you say goodnight in the morning.